Hi, everybody. I'm going to talk about week one mindset for the inner child. I've been thinking a lot about this over the weekend, and it's Monday. I'm going to do my reflection in a 5-minute recording. How was I raised as a child? How were emotions handled in my family? German back upbringing. Parents were both depression area people. So my father was very strict growing up, very set, not a lot of emotion set, not a lot of emotions. Emotions were not encouraged. We were children that were seen and not heard. Um, it's going to sound really bad, some of the things I say, but I think as I've been reflecting on it more as an adult, I see it for what it is and how it shaped my personality and how I work with children today. Arguments, my father yelled at my mother. We did not have arguments with my father. That was it. He would scream and yell. So stop. And we learned not to argue with my father. He was very strict. Um, if something happened that was inappropriate, I didn't act out as a child or I did not get caught. When I did get caught, my father would yell and scream. Never really wanted to hear my side of the story. Just this was the law and this is what you had to do. Um, mother Mother was not like that. Father and mother didn't have a good relationship, but she kind of took it from my father as far as the yelling, strictness, um, demeaned in a lot of ways. So, it was kind of, and especially being a female, I still have two older brothers who were God's gift to the earth, and still are, kind of, not really. And really, what they said was the best. They were smarter than I was. They were more athletic. They were everything better than I was. So, hope my father never sees this video that I'm making because it makes him sound so bad. But this is how I was raised. Uh, when I got in trouble, I said parents didn't want to hear what I said. They would yell at me. Misunderstood quite often by adults because I couldn't express my emotions because it was a taboo in my family. So I think I never could really say what I wanted to do. If I did ever cry or show emotions, it was a weakness that I had. So I think sometimes I feel like that as an adult now. I'll get more into that later. But I definitely see where my lack of emotions and being able to express myself sometimes goes back to my upbringing. My mother always gave me a lot of attention. My father gave me attention if I did well in sports. I think he could relate better to that. And he'd go to my basketball games, he'd go to my field hockey games. He would always would do that. I always felt a lot of love and compassion from my mother. So my mother and I are still very close. She just moved here. She lives about 5 minutes from me. But I think I always felt a lot of love and compassion from her. So if my adult self could tell me to my inner child, I'd be like, stick it out. Trust me, it gets a lot better. And don't be afraid to say what you think. I think it took me a lot of years to say what I think and feel. And I wrote about this a little bit in the paragraph we had to write before about showing your emotion is okay. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of growth and development. So I think I'd be like, Jenny, just go for it and stop being afraid of things. So I think when I pick my symbol, it's going to be a little girl who's afraid of stuff because of how I was raised. And I think that's one of the biggest things I would say back to my inner child, um, how to be with other children. I think I was always I've been hearing stuff that I was a really good friend when I was a little girl. So, and maybe I took things too personally. Didn't quite understand the dynamics of the high school clique because I played sports. I was like kind of friends with everybody, but very concerned about it and want to be part of it, but never understood that I was never going to be part of that. So, um, I actually thought a lot about this assignment before I did the recording, and I want to say now that my father and I have a much better relationship, but I've also learned as an adult, in my 40s and my 50s now, to speak my mind and do what I have to do and say what I have to say, and it's okay to do that. So I think that's why I'm trying to pass it on to my own stepchildren and the children and the colleagues that I work with. So I will share my symbol. I'm still debating on what it should be, but I hope everyone appreciates this, and I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch me. Thank you.